All right, good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. It's morning. Good morning,
Yeah, good
Trinidad and
morning,
Tobago.
Trinidad.
Now, David Welch, Precious, Quickshank from
Hi,
What's Next.
everyone.
We are here at Carson Field, and right now there is an ongoing, what we would call, battle for land. Now, Miss Quickshank, or Miss Prince actually, is gonna tell us exactly what is going on right now, alright? So to Miss Prince. Miss Prince, what is happening here today?
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, I'm a pastor. For those of you who don't know, yes, my name is Apostle Dr. Pastor Esther Cruikshank, pastor of Reality Life Kingdom Ministries. And what we are looking at here is where we used to have our service before the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic started. And yes, we had shut it off because it's state land that we have been occupying. We have been using our tents because they instructed us not to put down permanent structures because they still have to do their surveying and whatever. But right next to us was the Eco Scrap Solution scrap yard that has more than 2 acres. We had a 2 acres, and behind they have more than 5 acres of land doing their scrap work. All right? They have always tried to intimidate us. And then in the year 2020, the then Minister of Agriculture, Senator Rambarat, he came with his entourage. And I never forget it. When I saw him, I thought, well, they were coming to tell us something good. He told me, he said, I will advise you not to spend any more money here. Lo and behold, I called in CNC3, and of course CNC3 was just here with the others. And what they have always been supporting us by putting it on air, what is taking place. They would have aired it before when we had the thrift shop for the community, and there are people who can testify of how much things they got here for $5, for $10, stove and fridge for $100. That is what we did. Okay, we were here trying to help and meet the needs of the lower poor citizens. Then, after that, they came and they broke us down. They broke down the tents. It was flying all over the place. Hundreds of thousands of dollars I've spent here. The then Minister of Agriculture, Senator Rambarat, he put on his Facebook page that the church complaining, but we have a scrapyard. And I must say, Trinidad and Tobago, everybody went on his page and say all manner of things. We have never invested in scrapyard. We have never done anything with scrapyard. What he did is he snapped the scrapyard next door, which we said, we heard, it is alleged that he is involved in that scrapyard. So probably his name is on the payroll. I don't know. However, we continue to do what we had to do. We put up our tents. We have Sunday schools. There are pictures that I can give Mr. Welch where we feed people hundreds of hampers. We did what we had to do for the community. Over the period of the COVID, we would come in and just clean the property, make sure everything is okay. We planted okras, baygon, tomatoes. The committee used to come and pick. They picked the fig, a hand of fig, because they had nothing. We serve hot meals here. In 2020, we have worked with the community and people outside of the community. And then we heard, we came and we saw he started putting in two containers. I called, no response. I sent a message. I went across to where their office is. But you know what? They have their plan. They have money. It is alleged they deal with guns and drugs. It is alleged the community, the residents told me, Pastor, you can't fight with him. He has the government in his pocket. When you hear things like that, it makes you wonder. So I don't want to fight with him. We want back our space so that we can continue to do what we have been doing. Isn't that so, members?
Yes.
That is what we want to do. We accustom these handful of people are the ones who work extremely hard. They work hard, all right? Then we came, and you know what? When they realized we brought in the sand and the gravel because we wanted to smoothen off the ground so that we have proper concrete to stand on. They came and they blocked the entrance. This is the entrance. We put our cylinder. Here had no entrance, just a big drain. We put our cylinder and whatever so that we can go into the land. And I'm asking, what is the Commissioner of State Land going to say now? Right? Because your hands were tied before. Is it that your hands still tied, Miss Van Mati? Is it that your hands still tied? Come and see about this. Come and tell them to move, because we know they have no a document, no approval to do what they're doing here. So we want them out. We want back our space to have what we have before. Now that things is level up, we want back this place. He has put in all his equipment. We just videotape it inside there. He put in a whole lot of stuff there. Yeah? Scrap yard, scrap iron. That is what it is all about. Move out the people who do work in the community. Move out the people who come and pray to God. And you put your scrap iron, because you have money and you have control. I am tired of this. And if the government don't do something now, then we would have much more people in the community working, because we don't want them here anyhow you take it. The residents will tell you that. They are a nuisance to this community. So thank you very much, David Welch.
No problem. Miss Prince, are you saying that all of the containers lined off on this land was put by one individual to block
That's
you
right.
from
And the
entering
name
the
of the company, Eco Scrap Solution Limited, and Ravi Samaru is the director, and Dino Maharaj is the president. Those are the people who control all of this. From way down, you see, they came and they occupy ours from the dark blue. But all beyond that belongs to them. And if you go around to the back, they have more than 5 acres. They pollute this community. All right? And nobody could tell them anything. Not even the government, I was made to understand. So let's see what is going to happen. This is the level of corruption we have in this country.
Well, let me understand one thing. You said that you would have gotten approval from state land to occupy.
Verbal approval. We got that. We were in meetings. We were down at the corner before. Right? And there was an issue with the Baptist through Ray Braffett, who came and tell us that they're going to fix up there to put up the church and whatever. It has always been Baptist. But for years, the lease was expired when we all met, my board, together with him at the state land, with state land officials. We were there in a meeting. And they said to us, you all have to move because they intend to come back and do their work. All right? So we said, fine. They gave us an officer to work with from state land, and we found this parcel. We came and we developed it. We spent hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it was okay until they saw what it was and what we are doing and decided they want it. Up to now, Ray Braffett hasn't done anything on that land. It is barred wrong. You know by who? The person who is in charge of the plant shop. I'm not going to call his name. He's my brother. But I'm not going to call his name. He block it off and take it. Have no church down there. So that is how they have been pushing us around. Because you know why? We are African Trinidadians. We are serving the poor people. We are here for the poor class people. And that is why I always say they don't concern about the poor class people in our nation. It's only about the wealthy and the ones who could fill their pockets. And this is what we have to deal with in this beautiful country.
And Ms. Prince, what is on the land now that you own?
That belongs to us?
Correct.
2 loads of gravel, $3,000 for 1 load, and 3 loads of sand, $1,500 for 1 load. We had the fig trees, well, the plants and stuff dried up, the okra and the whatever, but that is what we have on the land, okay? But besides that, we are the ones who developed this parcel of land. We did it. They told us don't put anything that is permanent, so we never built anything that was Listen to me, we have lost instruments. We have lost our cameras and different things that we used to have here because people came and thief it. We have lost our tents. When we come back on morning, they take off our tents and they go on with it. We have gone through enough on this property. And I am saying right now, enough is enough. I am tired. I don't need this. I don't need to be here. But as a citizen who is concerned about other citizens who need help, I'm here for the voiceless. I'm here for those who cannot help themselves, to help them, not to just give them hampers, but to train them and to teach them to be better citizens, to understand the authority that God has given to them to get wealth. Because all of us can have wealth. We don't have to be suffering and begging, especially my Black African community. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not racial, but those are the ones who suffer the most. And those are the people that I'm standing for.
Thank you so much, Ms. Prince.
Most welcome.
All right. Precious.
So guys, we are hearing Carlton Field, to be exact, connect to Main Road. Now, one thing I want to point out is the fact that it's a scrap iron that was stated that is occupying this compound. But based on my information, that a scrap iron not supposed to occupy state land, should never occupy state
That's
land.
what I'm looking at now,
Alright,
too.
so we need to really put some investigation into this. And of course, taking out a community-based religious organization that is helping the community, it's ridiculous. Come on, we need to do better. I think under the PNM presently, they are trying to put some type of formality in terms of how they deal with scrap iron businesses. But this is ridiculous. You cannot.
No, they blocked off state line,
to run off the community-based organization from a community that is trying to help the people. Come on, where has Trinidad gone? What have we become? Now, if this is correct and this is right, then nobody would say anything if they believe that, okay. But if the church is helping persons, what is the whole issue? We're calling on Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of State Lands to come in and intervene in this situation. And of course, I listened to the whole information that was given. And if there has been interaction between the commissioner, the acting commissioner of State Land, and also the church, the community church-based organization, then something needs to be done. What is happening here? Is this is deep corruption? I think it is. It has to be. If scrap iron not supposed to be on state land, and this is the situation that is happening now, then this has become out of control again. Corruption, right? Is it that corruption wins?
Alright, so we're here in Carlton Field, Trinidad and Tobago. David Welch, UTOM Chairman, Progressive Empowerment Party, Precious Crickshank,
Hi guys,
Chairman.
again.
Stay safe, and well, we call for a thorough investigation into this. Have a great day.